Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Welcome back. It's me, one of your lovely hosts, Travis. Along with me for the ride is the ever so lovable Joe
I am very lovable.
and the ever so sleepy John.
Is it nap time yet?
Go waste your time.
I honestly thought you did fall asleep there for a second.
Yeah, I had about 100 responses go through my head at one time.
Should have just snored.
But yeah, I thought about doing that too.
Yeah, that's why I could never be on, or do improv type stuff. Like, you never think of the greatest thing to say until after the time has come to say it. Like well after the fact. Like, oh, I should have said that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be very good at it either. Or you
Yeah.
just go with the first thing and it pops into your head and it ends up being just not
Terrible.
funny at all. Yeah.
Yeah, just it's a train wreck of words and phrases,
Or actions. Yeah.
letters flying everywhere, dead. So, how you guys been?
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a kind of a long week.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
telling me.
I mean, I know the week's technically not over. Normally, my weeks pass by pretty quick. This week, I don't know why. It's just really slow. Maybe it's the change in seasons. Days are getting shorter.
75 today, but it's going to be 33 tomorrow night. So
Just no, stop.
I'm okay with that.
no,
honestly.
I'm not.
I like my hoodie weather.
33 is not hoodie weather, Joe.
I mean,
Put the car hard on.
if you weren't paper, you wouldn't get so cold.
I mean, I can't help that. So
I mean, it's called dressing in layers, John.
that doesn't stop my face and hands and feet from freezing solid.
I wonder if
My
the
core
middle
can be
page,
super warm, but my face is still going to be frozen. My hands, it's still going to be uncomfortable and not a good time for me, like every winter.
dress in extra layers. Do you think the middle page of notebook is cold?
Well, no. That's what I was just saying, though. Like, my core will be toasty. That doesn't mean the outer, like the cover.
Extend your core. Expand upon your core, John.
This sounds like a midnight supplement commercial.
Right.
Expand your core.
Am I being hypnotized right now?
Yes. I actually just recently, well, I didn't actually read the article, but I scanned past it. It was arguing whether or not hypnotism is actually real or not. I don't honestly think it's a parlor trick.
I mean, I think it's one of those, if you believe in it,
Yeah.
kind of go with it. But if we took Joe to, stop smoking the whole time he'd be holding a sign saying, "You fucking fake.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong."
Yeah, it's one of those psychosomatic things. Yeah, if you believe that it's real, then sure. I believe that there are people out there that legit think that is happening to them.
I mean, for how much you got to pay to get in one of those things.
Yeah, I hear the advertisements on the about to stop smoking or to lose weight, go to a hypnotist. They do seminars. The fact that they do these seminars in hotel conference rooms kind of it doesn't sell me on the validity of hypnotism. It doesn't make me believe in it anymore.
They're on the go, man.
It hurts their cause.
I'll become hypnotist certified, I guess, and I'll try it on you, and we'll see if it works or not.
All right, just nothing too crazy in case it.
Well, I can't. I mean, I don't know what entails becoming certified in that field, so I can't promise that it won't be crazy or not.
if you try to
out.
make me eat a shit sandwich or something like that while I'm hypnotized, I'm not going to be friends with you when I come to.
I mean, well, that'll be the first thing that I get you to do. Yeah.
What you think you'll be eating a shit sandwich, but it'll be up your nose, if you know what I mean. Never had my salad tossed till I hypnotized my friend into eating a shit sandwich. Or so he thinks.
Or so he thinks.
What kind of instruments do you play? Well, I heard him really good at the rusty trombone.
Skin flute. Like, God damn it. And we'll videotape the whole time too, and then Joe's not going to think that any of it's real, and then we'll show him the tape back, and I'll be like, oh my god, I totally did those things.
If I wake up smelling like that, yeah, no, I'm gonna. If you told me a T-Rex came and shit on me, I'm probably gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Because there's shit up my nose.
Somehow I'll have to get good at computer graphics too, computer graphic design, and throw the dinosaur in there at some point.
Just
Shitting on your face. Yeah.
No, you gotta completely make it like impossible. Like just photocrop Joe into a scene of Jurassic Park
There we go.
with a white border around.
Yeah. Like the little Godzilla movies where they had the green border around them the whole time.
Yeah, I just kind of picture the scene. What was her name? Ellie, wasn't she the archaeologist with Dr. Grant? Wasn't her first name Ellie?
I don't remember actually. That doesn't sound familiar, but it doesn't mean anything.
But anyway, the scene where she's like shoving her arm like shoulder deep into the Triceratops poop.
Yeah.
Like when she pulls her hand out, it like pulls my head out.
There we go. Yeah, it'd be her pulling you out of the pile.
Yeah.
Like this is what happened to you. You did this.
Yeah.
When I hypnotized you.
This is why the Triceratopses aren't feeling very well. Joe's bad for your diet.
Him and Cam is in there making a baby.
I am bad for people's diets though. I'm a pusher. Like guys at work don't like me because I come in with like Reese cups and stuff like that and be like, here you go. My boss is a little bit of a fitness guy, you know, he works out a few times a week. He's into eating healthy and stuff like that. And I'm always tempting him with treats. And then when he takes it, I like put my fingers up like they're devil horns, walk away like
That is you, yeah. You can be a bad influence.
Yeah.
A terrible person.
Life is no good without a little bit of bad.
Everything in moderation.
Speaking about a little bit of bad, we have a Cammy enabler. I want to give a shout out to, I'm not going to say your last name here, but to Miss Cassie. She's been a subscriber to our channel for a while, and she said that she is willing to help the cause to get Joe his Cammy.
Are you serious?
She did indeed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. What was her name again? One more time?
Cassie.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for donating to the cause. That's $1 down, 1,999 to
go. Progress, man, progress.
Yeah, like baby steps, you know, like I feel like that's something I'm still way up to, you know, like I would almost have to like go through the awkward phase, you know, like you were when you were a kid around the girl that you liked. Gonna be all awkward and quiet and
gotta warm up to her.
Yeah, inch closer to her on the couch. Gotta start with holding hands.
Throw your arm back on the couch and then slowly slide it down onto her shoulders.
Yeah.
So
you come here often?
You got to meet her Ballistic Joe parents.
Yeah.
Ballistic Joe. I mean, there's a silicone blend too. I mean, we're bridging gaps.
It was an inner mixture couple, baby.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Dude,
We're breaking down walls.
What are you doing with those gaps there, Joe? Bridging, if you can hear the air quotes. Yeah.
Just filling those gaps. It's a very small portion of them.
I thought you were just say very small filler.
Yeah,
Me too, buddy.
basically. How do we get back on the Cammy? Come on, man.
You rolled with it, man. I did.
I know. I mean, I can't not talk about Cammy if somebody brings her up.
She's like the penis in every Family Guy, the snail in every Adventure Time. She'll always be there.
Yep.
Yeah. Just me and Cammy. It's at the end of our days. Yes. Thank you very much.
She's gonna love that.
I'm actually like super excited to have a like that. That's too cool to me. Like I hope that we are enriching their day, you know, when they listen.
Oh, dude, like she'll fucking remind me of stuff that we talked about, and I'm like, what?
That's awesome. Like, seems like a fan already.
Yeah, we bring entertainment to her life, which is good. That is why we do this.
Yeah, that's what we wanted, man. I want to be that that voice that you listen to go to sleep, or maybe even finger bang your blowhole. But
I mean, the thought has crossed my mind.
your voice would be the one. You need to do ASMR on.
I mean,
start licking the mic, or
is my voice that smooth?
Like Butter Joe, like Barry White.
Like listen here, Joe. So whenever we start getting a little bit bigger, and you start becoming more of a voiceover actor, because it's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna see one of our videos and say, "Hey, I like that Joe guy." You better not fucking forget about us, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna miss you.
We'll keep doing the podcast. I mean, my daily rates are.
Hey, we already know about your friendly rates.
Yeah.
So
your professional rates, I don't even want to think about. God. I can already feel my wallet getting lighter. Yeah, right.
I'm not this arrogant in real life, I promise.
Don't lie
I
to
just play
people,
one on the radio.
Yeah, right. If you do become a famous voice actor and we still do the podcast, you have to do that entire session in the voice that you're voicing for whatever show you're doing.
That'd be fine. I mean, that's practice, you know? Like every voice needs a little time to come into its actual tone, you know? Like case in point, look at Homer Simpson. His voice has changed dramatically from the very beginning of the series to now. I mean, granted, it's 30 years, and the same guy has been doing the voice of Homer Simpson 30 years. So, and your voice is going to change, but you could tell that he wasn't very comfortable with that voice in the very beginning, and then he got more comfortable with it, and it became second nature doing that voice, and the overall sound and tone changed over time.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, practice makes perfect. So yeah, I'll get all the awkward years out in the podcast, and then
yeah, of the three of us, you definitely have more of the versatile, like, I don't even know, smooth talking, like you could do the voiceover thing.
I would really like to. So yeah, well, if my plan comes to light in the future, I do plan on trying to make little cartoons, possibly of us, you know. I think it'd be kind of cool to take a collection of some of the little cartoon videos of it.
If we do animated versions of us doing things or whatever, we each have to voice a different person. Just completely throw everybody off, right? Like,
Wait, hold on
That'd be
here.
fine. Like, I mean, I just picturing all the Cammy talks, like actually animating that stuff would be hilarious. So, yeah, I would really like to get into that. So,
when it gets to the point where we start making money, we already know that you're going to buy one. I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah, I mean it's a real thing.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
come
it's
on.
just a matter of time at this point.
Yeah, hey Joe will have a cami. We already have plans for doing live action skits with you and Cammy.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna be gold. Yeah,
and they're only going to be available because live action skit actually means amateur porno.
I
was
mean,
thinking, like,
that's
Cammy
your
and
own
Joe
venture,
too.
sir. Yeah, like
Don't want to get those tapes mixed up.
no. You can handle the editing on those.
Like, damn it, John, you didn't hold that shot long enough.
No, what's gonna end up happening is, Cammy and Joe go to the zoo for the day, and we're gonna have some cool stuff planned out, like you pushing her out of a wheelchair in front. But she's already gonna show up like broken and deformed and halfway melted. What'd you do?
Oh.
I shot that one stuff, man.
Yeah, like
kept her out in the sun too long.
Yeah. And of course, we're gonna do the classic, you holding her, I guess, and walking down the sidewalk like, "Come on, be happy," and doing like the slow motion high five with her, and yeah, like it's happening.
Yeah. Down. I mean, if I rode a motorcycle, I could. I can get a bicycle and put her on the handlebars. Riding down the road with Cammy on the handlebars.
And we're totally keeping the stuff in there where she like falls over and it just looks so unnatural. That's staying in there, of course.
Hits the pavement so hard her wig falls off.
No, I don't want to scuff her up. I got to keep her in pristine condition. I like, to keep my collectibles nice.
You're gonna have a special shelf built for her on your wall.
No, dude, she's getting a couch.
Yep.
Yeah, she's getting her own couch. It's going to be a fainting couch.
Nice. How fitting.
I'm going to have her positioned on it, like all laying on her side. Kind of looking like Rose from Titanic when Jack was drawing her. kind of like that.
Just built better in places.
You're right.
I don't, dude. Like, that was a fucking crush of mine. I went to that twice. Granted, I went once. At the time, my best friend was female. This was young period. This girl, Liz, I talked to her every day. We hung out all the time, and I took her to see it, and then I took my girlfriend to see it, and both times, I was about me some Rose.
Kate Winslet was your crush at that time.
Yeah, I was about it. I actually, the first time I watched Zane slaps her, I was like, oh my God, he slaps her, I'm going to be so pissed. Then he does it. I was like, God damn it. I fucking hate you, Billy Zane.
You got very into that crush.
Yeah, I did. I was about me some Kate Winslet.
Too funny.
Actually, still, like, she's still a very attractive woman. I still like me some Kate Winslet.
Yeah, she was very pretty. So
I think
you're gonna have that scene set up in your house just for Cammy, is what you're saying. You're gonna have the drawing pad and the pencils and the chair.
Yeah, and I'm gonna sit there and draw her. I mean, it's not gonna be good in Titanic. It's gonna look just like basically a stick figure with boobs.
The extent of Joe's drawing ability.
Dude, I can see the skit now. Like, we'd have to blur out that stuff, but like following through the love story, and then instead of like an old school mobile for like the first time you guys bang, it's gonna have to be in some like rundown on top of blocks car.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to be the one to put her hand up on the window, and wipe the fog down.
Yeah.
How it's terrible that we all know the Titanic this well.
I mean, it's a good movie, so
It
yeah,
is.
I don't
It really is. It really is. Like, it's so much more brutal than you remember too. Like, I actually watched it last year, I think it was. I hadn't watched it in years, and last winter I was just feeling it, so I watched it, and yeah, very brutal. Like, the frozen people dead in the ocean after the Titanic sinks. Oh, spoilers, by the way.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen,
if you haven't seen that movie, then it's like just in the top 3 most grossing movies ever. So
Yeah. But yeah, when it first tips and it's all the way upright, accidentally slips and falls and hits the propeller and just starts spinning like crazy, and then hits the water. Like, it's got the second half of that movie is like total doomsday type scenario. Like, the first half's all love story and whatever, but the second half of that movie it's awesome.
good movie. It takes James Cameron 10 years to make any movie regardless anyways, so
He's like the CD Project Red
of movie. Yeah.
or CD Project Red is the James Cameron of video games, whatever. I mean, like, I'd rather somebody take way long on making a movie and it come out like amazing, like everything that James Cameron does, than have somebody cranking out something that's going to be completely subpar.
Yeah.
DC, we're looking at you.
Yeah. Warner Brothers. Damn you.
Yeah. He has what, like 5 more what do they call it, Avatar movies planned or something?
So I mean, be alive long enough to see the 4th or 5th one with how long it takes them to make them.
Yeah.
That's something that our grandkids are going to get to.
Yeah. Definitely not us. I
Yeah.
have not seen the first one, and it's one of those things where on principle
You've never seen Avatar?
What?
It's one of those things on principle I refuse to watch that movie.
That's your Game of
Because
Thrones.
it's like you are with Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's just been too overhyped, and I didn't really have interest in it in the first place. Like, it's a modern day Pocahontas story with good graphics. I mean, and at this point, I feel like it's not even worth watching because graphically things have gotten better in Hollywood, anyways. So
the graphics still hold up, dude.
Oh yeah, like it's one of those like, look, John, I'm gonna come to you like you came to me. It's fucking good, so you should just watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I myself had no interest in seeing it at all. Like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, man, whatever, blue people. But Kat wanted to watch it, so one night we sat down and we watched it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome, and everyone in the house like got hooked on it. Laura has sat and watched that movie like in a row repeatedly multiple times. She would fall asleep watching it like nightly for a couple of months. Like, it's a good movie. It really is.
How
I mean,
long
I
has
don't
it
care.
been out now?
Well, like 10 years.
Yeah.
Has it
Like
really been that
2008,
long?
2007, 2008, something like that. I mean, let me bump up my IMDb.
And it's like action packed. I mean, it kind of shows that it's supposed to be like a love story, but it's deceivingly actionist.
Oh yeah, and I mean, there are some cheesy elements of the movie. One of the cheesiest elements being the element that they are there to collect is called Unobtainium.
Yeah, that's the worst.
That is a terrible name.
Thing.
James Cameron should not have like given that a stamp of approval. I can understand it being like a placeholder name while he's writing the story,
Right.
but you got to change that shit before you put out the final product. Like Unobtainium is no.
Yeah, something that is unobtainable, and just because you put the anium at the end of it does not make it sound like it comes.
That sounds like such a lazy name. Like he couldn't think of a really cool name for this. It's like, oh, it's something that's they can't get it, but they want it. It's unobtainable.
It's like he had just discovered the word unattainable. Oh, bro, I love that word. That's what we're calling it.
It's unobtainium. Aha!
James Cameron actually has the IQ of Cam.
That's why it takes him so long to make a movie.
But it's phenomenal once it's done.
Somehow. We need to start looking into the people that help him make these movies. They're the underdogs.
It would help if he didn't try to marry every.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, at least two of the women that he's
worked with.
Yeah. Linda Hamilton being the first one. And then I actually can't remember her name, but I know she was granddaughter.
She what?
Oh, I cut out again, didn't I?
Yeah,
Great. She played Rose's grand Titanic.
Oh, who weirdly enough looks like what's her face from Terminator as well.
Well, a little bit. He likes them really skinny white women.
And blonde,
skinny, and white. That's what he likes.
Trying to get back at them Nazis for what they did to his family.
I actually am.
Or you cut out, and I hope you didn't just say you're a Nazi.
No, I was saying I'm a fan of James Cameron's work.
Oh, the timing there was impeccable.
No. I love Terminator. Like at least the original first two Terminators. Salvation was okay.
Yeah.
Three was pretty terrible.
So yeah, he's really not done a lot if you think about it. Like you said though, I mean, it just takes him a long time to make anything. I'm not a huge fan of his stuff. Like
if you would watch Avatar, you probably would be. Like you haven't.
But it's one of those things though, where it's been so long. It's been 10 years, and the hype is so big for it. Even still 10 years later or whatever. It takes a certain kind of mentality. Like I have to be in the right mental state to watch that movie and not be biased or judgmental of that movie because it's been out for so long and everybody's like, "Oh, it's amazing! You got to watch it."
It would help
That's
if it
hard
was
to
actually
do
on a streaming service as well, too. Like at this point, you have to go out of your way to. Like I don't think it's available on any streaming services right now. So
I don't know, but.
Like you would have to go like find it specifically.
Yeah, it's like I'd be watching it like begrudgingly, like the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just like, God, I'm watching this movie. Why am I watching this movie?
I just picture you sitting there with your arms on your chest and you're pouting while you're watching it.
I'm
not going to enjoy it.
It make me watch it. Doesn't mean I'm going to like it.
Yeah. I hate it. I'm gonna hate it on principle.
Oh, yeah.
Then like 20 minutes into the movie, he's gonna be like, "Wow, this is awesome! This is the most beautiful movie I have ever seen."
We get back on for the next recording. I actually really liked it, and then I have to endure your guys' "See, I told you" for the next 15-20 minutes.
That's part of why. I think because I have the same thing. If something gets overly hyped, I just don't check it out on principle. Like I lose all interest in it, and I go out of my way to not take part in this thing that has been overly hyped to me. And I think that's part of it is you don't want to admit that you do like it and have to put up with the, see, I told you so, you should have listened. Like, then you're like, okay, just shut up. I watched it. All right, you got what you wanted. Just shut the fuck up, you know.
It's like meeting your best friend at Meijer. Just don't talk to me.
I mean, unless you're paying for part of my groceries. How many of these frozen pizzas you putting it on?
I walked into the grocery store today and I was like, Joe, just turn the other way.
That's good.
I'm sorry. I just like, I hate being out amongst population so much that I don't even like people that I like because it keeps me out in population. It's not that I'm not enjoying visiting a friend. It's that I'm not enjoying being out of the house. Like, period. I'm outside of my bubble. And it's not where I belong.
You have the most misshapen ass bubble.
You calling my bubble fat?
I say yes. Yes, I am.
Are you body shaming my bubble?
I'm more so saying that doctor, his bubble has a growth. I suppose that's the way with everybody though, right? Like everybody's got a bubble, but you'll go here and you'll go there, just not to other specific places. Yeah.
Begrudgingly.
Yes.
Like you sitting there watching Avatar, that's me being out amongst the world, standing there with my arms crossed in front of my chest with a fucking pouty face, like I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like it.
Come out into the world, Joe.
I don't like being out amongst people. It's I think there's a lot of people that can actually.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because having to people is very hard and very frustrating.
I would think so. Having to people sounds very difficult. Having to people, rather, yes, that's the different story.
Fucking grammar Nazi, Jesus Christ.
Look here, Mr. Semantics.
Having to people, I mean, then you could just say that you're cutting someone in half.
I mean,
that sounds difficult. Yeah,
that sounds a lot more pleasant than having to go out and deal with people. You know,
I had to have these two people.
Like, really, the only thing I have
people.
to decide is, like horizontal or vertical. Yeah.
Oh God.
I guess you could argue for diagonal, but I feel like ratios could get thrown off a little too easily if you go diagonal. Like if you get too much of one love handle and not.
Wait.
Sorry, I'm thinking about this too much, aren't I?
We digress. That's great.
Have we actually talked about any of the topics downtown?
No, I don't think we have.
I like how I started off talking about how I can't improv, and here we are just pulling shit from out of thin air.
Yeah.
I mean, those are actually some of my favorite conversations when we can just pull whatever topic out of the air, rip on it for a few minutes.
Natural conversation. Yeah, that was sort of the idea behind starting this in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, I like. I mean, I guess I've gotten a lot more doing so.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off, I'm nervous, I guess, which is kind of weird. I usually don't get nervous, but yeah, just wanting it to be good, starting something new that I hadn't done either.
So. Yeah, it's rare for us to talk about a topic and then move on to the next. We always just go into whatever. They're just there to segue, essentially.
You gotta partially clean it up a little bit too, since we're putting it out there. We can't say every little thing that pops into our head.
Oh, of course, yeah. We have to be as PC as we have to be, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the future, hopefully, anything that's slightly offensive, just know that I am always joking. Like I never mean anything.
Yeah.
That's actually what my dad said to my son the other day, and I know that's a fucking lie. So Joe, I'm calling you out right now.
No, I teach their own. Do whatever you want to do, and I mean that like wholeheartedly.
That should be another T-shirt. Is the old school coin, the old school American coin that said that?
Yeah. What was it? Mind your own business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a firm believer in that. I accept, or I don't judge, I guess, unless you are causing actual like harm to somebody else's life.
But for a low fee of $49.99, he will accept you into his friend group.
Yes, yeah. There's an application process, I hear. It was a long time ago for me, so I don't really remember. But yeah.
I never get one. I never got one. I just kind of hang out with John, and by proxy, he has to hang out with me.
Yeah. Yeah, you found the workaround for that. Yeah.
Fucking the loophole. I'm a loophole master.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to amend the contract. Loopholes. Call my lawyer. Like, hold on. I kid. I love hanging out with you guys, but I love relaxing in the safety of my own home better.
Yeah, I mean,
if I could just teleport from here to there, if I didn't actually have to like enter the people zone.
Right, I know what you mean though. Yeah, it's the process of actually getting up and getting, pseudo presentable, going outside, getting in your car, driving to your destination. That's what I don't like about it either.
Yeah,
that's just called being lazy though, I think. So I admit that I'm incredibly lazy.
It's like my house is the Shire, and your house is where the elves live, and I got to cross through the mines of Moria in order to get there, and that's what the outside world is.
Right.
The outside world is the mines of Moria, and there are goddamn orcs and goblins everywhere. Ogres.
You're trying to sneak past. I have not seen your glowing sword before, sir. You need to bring that over next time.
It's actually my patience. It glows brighter the shorter it gets. It's a literal fuse.
Nice.
So when I get to your house and I'm like steaming red, like I've come across quite a few orcs.
You guys had to deal with these orcs at the last intersection.
Yeah.
God. Guy turned without a turn signal. Who taught these orcs how to drive?
Yeah. Ran into a few orcs. They had a cave troll with them.
Out in front of GM.
Yeah. Sean Bean died.
Like he does.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what the outside world is to me. It's Mordor, it's Moria, it's all the bad places. I hate the outside world. My hate for it grows every year.
People are really gonna think, like, because you say that and you talk about getting cammy and living in a shack somewhere, like.
But again, I think people can understand that feeling of not wanting to be out of people. Like I was saying, the people that actually do like being out of people.
And it only cuts out when you're actually talking about important shit.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. If I get hated for hating people, that's fine.
No, you're good. You're good.
I like individuals, but just people as a whole, kind of.
Yeah.
Again. So where are these aliens? They got confirmed. The UFOs got confirmed. Where the rest of the I felt like that would have been groundbreaking shit, and it just kind of went away.
I figured
already.
this is what was gonna happen with it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they got my hopes up.
Aliens are real, but you're never gonna hear about them again. I figured that was what was gonna happen. Yeah.
I always imagined like it was that our daily lives, like finding out the aliens and real. You know, like there's no point in doing this or that because aliens. You know, like I just kind of expected Independence Day, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead, I'm getting some movie that doesn't even have it. It's like Contact.
Yeah. Well, that was lackluster. Yeah.
Yeah, like it turned out to be your dad.
Anticlimactic. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's lame. Like, give me Independence Day, the first one. Sequel.
You say the sequel was garbage?
Yeah, and I don't understand why it was garbage because to work on this sequel, and it turned out to be garbage.
It did take him a long time, yeah. And yeah, you're right. It wasn't that good of a movie.
No, I did not enjoy it at all. Like, I didn't even enjoy how some of the characters, like, David, oh dang it! Why his name is escaping me? Help me.
I don't know that I know who you're talking
Jeff Goldblum. Good lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum. Sorry, Mr. Goldblum. Forgot your name for a minute. But even his character didn't feel at all like his character from the first movie. Everything just felt off. It did not feel like an Independence.
Speaking of him and Jurassic Park, actually, because he was in that movie, there you are talking about him, and then the two main actors are talking about being in the next Jurassic World movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, coming back for that.
I hope they do. That'd be cool. I kind of hope. I want to see the movie that they advertised. What was it? Fallen Kingdom, the sequel.
Yeah.
The movie that they hinted at in the trailer for it. That's the movie I want.
I haven't seen that movie in a minute. I actually don't remember what happened at the where Blue is like on the side of the mountain there in California, and he's looking down on the city.
Yeah, the T-Rex, growling at or roaring at the. Showing the big. I can't remember what type of dinosaur it was. The big Waterosaurus that you saw in the wave with the surfers and stuff. Like that's the movie I want to see. I want to see the dinosaurs actually in the cities destroying shit. Like show me the actual Jurassic World that you said welcome to Jurassic World about like Goldblum.
That's probably what they will do next. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Now they did that with the third one of the Jurassic Park movies, was it?
The second one. Yeah. Which still wasn't that good. I didn't really care for the Jurassic Park sequels.
No, the first one was the best. And then the Jurassic I enjoyed the Jurassic World movies too, but yeah, the sequels to Jurassic Park movies weren't that great.
I liked the first Jurassic, and then the second one I liked it while I was watching, but then upon multiple views and sitting and thinking on it, it did not hold up with me. My opinion kind of changed on it. Was not as good as I originally thought, and I want to see the next one. I want to see what's going on once the dinosaurs have actually been a part of the world, the population stuff.
Yeah, because it kind of lost its horror aspect, because that was definitely the first one was like, this is almost a horror movie because this is what really would happen with real dinosaurs in real life.
Yeah, it did kind of have that element. Gears, it started off real lighthearted and awesome. Like, this is the first time we're seeing these dinosaurs, and it's groundbreaking, and it's new. And now it's lost that quality, you know. It's just, I don't know what that je ne sais quoi, pretentious for a second, you know, like it just has.
Go ahead and get down there, Mr. Member FDIC.
It is hard to explain, but there's just an element about the original one that is still the theme.
Spielberg did a phenomenal job with that movie.
Yeah, he really did. The music, the tone, just, that is a timeless fucking movie. It's like an instant classic. As soon as, like, when it released, like, everybody knew this movie was going to to try to top.
Very much.
Like, as far as like dinosaur movies go, are there any other major movies about dinosaurs?
Not really.
They've pretty much got the corner market on it, don't they?
Some B movies, like here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, the Jurassic series has like the monopoly on the mainstream, dinosaur films. You know, like you're gonna compare any other dinosaur movie to the Jurassic series anyway.
Yeah.
You know, even movies that don't really same field, like The Good Dinosaur, like no Jurassic Park.
True story.
If you like our content, please subscribe. Make sure to give us a like and hit that bell notification icon so you can know the next time we decide to waste your time. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Bye.